Darpa launches a new project to develop incredible military technology for underwater warfare. The US, UK, and Australia test autonomous groups of military robots. ChatGPT independently developed a robot, and NASA plans a $10 quintillion mission. See this and other high-tech news in one video. Punch it. Meet the fast-legged Tita robot, which made its first appearance at the ICRA 2023 robotics show. Easily switching between wheeled and walking modes, the robot with 8 degrees of freedom is able to move quickly on any terrain. In addition, the developers report that Tita combines exceptional perceptual abilities with advanced decision-making capabilities. Its maneuverability, sleek design, modular construction, and ability to quickly swap payloads and accessories make it a true Swiss knife in the world of security and service robots. Tita has exceptional fall resistance, improved self-healing capabilities, instant response time, and enhanced obstacle avoidance ability. The robot easily adapts to difficult terrain and importantly supports secondary development in multiple modes. The latter not only allows you to control it at any level using RPC, but also allows you to program the robot for your task. If Tita has captured your heart the way she's captured mine, you can learn more about the robot and even buy it for yourself using the QR code on the screen. The US, UK, and Australia are testing drones with artificial intelligence under the AUKUS agreement. The agreement calls for field tests of drones equipped with jointly developed autonomous systems and artificial intelligence systems capable of not only detecting and tracking military targets, but also of retraining in flight as targets or mission conditions change. AUKUS is a trilateral security pact that involves sharing technology, including atomic, quantum, artificial intelligence, and intel, so as not to duplicate efforts, but to accelerate project development. The media reports that this is the largest technology transfer program since World War II. As for the latest exercise, it involved the Blue Bear Ghost and Boeing CT-220 drones, the Challenger 2 tank, the Warrior armored personnel carrier, and the Viking unmanned ground vehicle. The goal was to develop common AI systems that would allow drones to act autonomously in collective swarms in real time, in realistic environments. Darpa launched a program to create a silent submarine, taking as its premise the plot from the 1990 Sean Connery thriller, The Hunt for Red October. The new vehicle would be devoid of moving parts and would move using magnets and electricity. This is reported by New Atlas. In the movie Red October, the Soviet super submarine was equipped with a fictional stealth engine based on a very real technology. Since the late 1950s, engineers have been interested in an exotic concept called magnetohydrodynamics, or MHD. It's a very simple principle that creates a very simple propulsion mechanism. In an MHD drive, a fluid, such as air or water, is given an electrical charge and then accelerated by an electromagnetic field, creating thrust. Essentially, an MHD drive consists of a hollow tube with electrodes at one end and magnetic coils around it. Since there are no shafts, gears, propellers, turbines, nozzles in the device, it produces very little noise, and even a small amount of it can be attributed to natural sources. Such a low-noise engine would be invaluable for underwater warfare. True, there are problems. First, a light but extremely powerful coil must be created, and second, it must be protected from corrosion, hydrolysis, and erosion. However, technology is advancing, and DARPA has decided that the time has come and has launched its 42-month program to make a breakthrough in this area. ChatGPT is mastering more and more tasks. Recently, neural networks were tasked with designing and building a robot that picks tomatoes. The project was conceived by researchers from Delft University of Technology in the Netherlands and the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. First, they asked the neural network, what are the future challenges for humanity? ChatGPT suggested 3 things: food supply, aging population, and climate change. The researchers chose food supply. Next, using the big language model's access to global data, they asked it what functions an agricultural robot should have. ChatGPT came up with a motorized gripper for pulling ripe tomatoes off the vine. Once that general design was accepted, researchers could move on to the specifics of the design. including what building materials would be used in the computer code that would drive it. Currently, ChatGPT cannot generate full computer-aided design or CAD models, evaluate the code, or automatically fabricate the robot. So engineers took on the role of technician by optimizing the code, refining the CAD, and getting to work on making the robot. Although ChatGPT is a language model and its code generation is text-based, it provided important information and showed intuition for physical design, and also great potential as a resonator to stimulate human creativity. The researchers said, "This is a first experience, but it opens up great possibilities for robot design using artificial intelligence." Elon Musk announced that Tesla is open to licensing autopilot, full self-driving, FSD, and EV technologies to other automakers. As a reminder, the company recently struck a deal with Ford for access of its cars to the supercharger fueling network. Tesla strives to be as helpful as possible to other car companies. We made all of our patents free a few years ago. Now, we allow other companies to use our supercharger network. I'm also happy to license autopilot, FSD, or other Tesla technology, Musk tweeted. But experts from electric, for example, doubt that other companies will want to implement FSD until Tesla proves the system is safe. They write that Tesla's autopilot is good, but GM's Super Cruise and Ford's Blue Cruise aren't bad as well. What do you think is the best autopilot in the world? Let us know in the comments. The Monaco-based company MC Click has started selling its single-seat, vertical takeoff and landing electric multicopter. The MC-1 unit weighs about 160 kilograms and is designed for a pilot weighing up to about 90 kilograms. A full battery charge is enough for about 12 to 15 minutes of flight at a maximum speed of 8 kilometers an hour. 8 carbon propellers provide sufficient safety margin in case of failure. Behind the pilot's head, there's a bar protecting him from falling down, but with such an open design, helmets seem to be an obligatory measure for his own safety. The main trick is that it's easy to learn how to fly, and you don't need a pilot's license. You only need about 10 minutes of training, and the rest will be taken care of by the control system, which is responsible for the automation of the most complex processes. Balancing, hovering in one place, maintenance of position during strong gusts of wind. The price of the MC-1 is 140,000 euros. An interesting case took place in the North Sea off the German coast. The autopilot-controlled dry cargo vessel veered several kilometers off course and crashed into an inoperative wind turbine of the Gode Wind 1 array. Neither the ship's captain on the bridge, nor the ship's ground control center operators, nor the offshore wind farm security system prevented the incident. The operator of the Gode Wind 1 wind farm recorded the ship entering the restricted area of the power plant, but did not establish communication with the ship's captain. The captain also failed to inform the operator of the collision with the turbine. As a result, the ship was punctured, but sailed to its destination, and the turbine was uninjured because it was not working at the time. But what if it had been working? It would have been a disaster. NASA is about to reach the metal asteroid Psyche, which is estimated to be worth $10 quintillion. That's assuming humans can fully exploit the minerals from the asteroid. Psyche is about 222 kilometers in diameter and is located in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. The amount of metal is such that its mass is 1% of all the mass in other objects in this belt. Oh, the main components of Psyche are considered to be nickel and iron, just like the core of our planet. This explains the interests of planetary scientists in the asteroid itself. At the same time, it is no secret that US companies are already making plans for mining on space objects, so that the national mission will definitely be more than just scientific. The agency will send a probe to the asteroid in October this year. The mission will last 5 years and 10 months, and for at least another 26 months, the probe will study Psyche's composition, density, internal structure, and other features. As for mining, this of course is still a long way off. But one day it will be possible, and researchers from the US are already thinking about how to make it happen. One option is bases in the orbit of Mars. For all the robotics fans out there, the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers Spectrum has updated its robots guide. A link to it can be found in our Telegram channel. Join in! The guide includes photos, videos, detailed specifications, and interesting facts about 250 of the world's most advanced robots. Interactive elements are also present. You can filter them by category, such as humanoids, drones, underwater vehicles, and social robots. And these will all be real robots. The work done is tremendous. We highly recommend reading it in person. Amsterdam-based designer Bjorn Carmen seems to have created an incredibly cool gadget. It is a lensless camera that creates photos based on set parameters with the help of artificial intelligence. All you have to do is set the gadget 3 parameters: the radius in meters, in which the camera will search for places and data around it, the level of noise in the picture, and the level of accuracy with which the AI must follow a textual instruction. The camera requires access to GPS and the internet. With their help, the gadget downloads data on the exact time, weather in a given place, and information about objects located nearby. To work, a model for converting text into images, Stability AI, is used. The so-called photos are able to capture your emotions and mood associated with a place with text cues, but never look exactly like the real place around you. The artist has no plans to commercialize this solution. Rather, he suggests that we think about the role of AI in creativity and art. He calls it Paragraphica, and we'd love to get our hands on it, wouldn't you? Boston Dynamics has upgraded its robot Spot. The company has deployed more than 1,000 Spot robots in more than 35 countries and claims to have more 4-legged robots deployed for industrial purposes than any other company. This gives Bostonians the ability to refine the robot based on customer feedback and needs. Spot can now be equipped with 3 new sensors: a thermal imaging camera to detect equipment overheating, an acoustic thermal imager that gives alerts for abnormal noise readings, such as air leaks, and the EAP2, enhanced autonomy module with LiDAR camera. Remote inspection software has also been improved, and new robot movements have been introduced that allow the robot to better handle slippery floors. But the most surprising thing about Boston Dynamics' new video is that it doesn't surprise anyone. I highlight this just to emphasize what an amazing time we live in. Researchers at Cambridge University conducted a curious experiment. It's no secret that often the usefulness of a robot is limited to the narrow range of tasks it has been trained to perform. So scientists took a different route. They developed 8 simple salad recipes and filmed human chefs making them. Then they trained the robot chef using an open access neural network. The algorithm was programmed to identify various objects, such as food, human hands, and kitchen utensils. Using computer vision techniques, the robot analyzed each frame of the video and recognized ingredients and human action. That's how it was able to determine which recipe was being cooked, with mistakes and small variations in the recipe correctly interpreted as a variation rather than a new recipe. When the robot was successful at this, the scientists showed him the new recipe, and the robot was able to master it on his own with just a video. Tethys Robotics unveiled the Tethys 1 underwater drone, which is capable of searching for objects in deep water in difficult conditions on its own. The drone, weighing 30 kilograms, can operate autonomously or be controlled by a remote operator via a cable up to 10 kilometers long. That's pretty long. The drone is loaded with information about what object to look for, then it's lowered into the water and left behind. Tethys 1 uses a camera, acoustic sensors, and artificial intelligence-based algorithms to see through the muddy water, just as submarines use sonar signals. Once a target is detected, the operator is alerted so he can take the drone into manual control. Then, guided by live video from a camera equipped with a spotlight, the operator can investigate the object. If the object weighs no more than 40 kilograms, the robotic drone grip can be used to grab it and lift it to the surface. If the object is heavier, its location can be marked for quick retrieval by divers. Turtle, a manufacturer of home weeding robots, has teamed up with Harvest Automation, best known for its HV100 plant-moving robots. The goal is to bring to market a more versatile and advanced farm robot than any company currently has. The features and key innovations of the new robot have not been disclosed, although it is known that the prototype is already being tested. We are waiting for an original and useful solution. By the way, would you like to have one of these in your yard or garden? In the US, Serve Robotics and Uber Eats are expanding the use of robots for food delivery. The project is now up and running in Los Angeles and involves about 200 restaurants. Within the next year, up to 2,000 bots will be deployed in several North American cities. Serve Robotics robots move through city streets with other vehicles and pedestrians. Each four-wheeled robot can run all day on a single battery charge, carrying up to 23 kilograms of cargo at a maximum speed of 11 kilometers per hour. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and do not miss new episodes of the world of high technology. Also, join our news channel and a friendly chat in Telegram.